A successful 6-month master's project in healthcare AI starts with a defendable, scientifically safe scope. Many researchers fall into the trap of assuming their model will serve as a clinical tool. If you are building a machine learning model using cross-sectional survey data, your project does not diagnose patients. It does not predict future disease. You must align your language with the data. Replace terms like future prediction with risk classification or screening support. Executing this correctly requires a specific toolkit, targeted literature searching, Python data science fundamentals, an explainability framework like SHAP or LIME, and strict scientific writing. Using this terminology from day one keeps your project medically sound and prevents a supervisor from rejecting it for overclaiming. Simply feeding standard clinical data into a machine learning model is common. On its own, this approach lacks the novelty required for a master's project. To find a research gap, we integrate underexplored data. We will analyze mental health indicators like sleep patterns, depression variables, and psychological well-being, alongside traditional lifestyle factors to see how they impact type 2 diabetes risk. You have 2 routes for your dataset. The safer route for a 6-month timeline is using pre-cleaned survey data, like the CDC's BRFSS dataset. It is ready for machine learning out of the box, though the mental health metrics are basic. The more rigorous path involves multi-cycle survey data, such as NHANES. This provides robust variables for depression and sleep, but requires heavy data merging and complex pre-processing. This initial selection dictates your timeline, your technical risk, and the complexity of your work over the next 6 months. Once you secure your public health survey dataset, you must move it through a chronological pipeline. First, you will define your risk classification outcome using the dataset's codebook. You will extract and separate your variables into demographic, lifestyle, and mental health categories. Then comes the pre-processing phase. You will systematically handle missing values, encode categorical variables, and split the refined data into separate training and testing sets. Pause the video here. Draft a quick 5-line research gap and write out a working title that uses the term risk classification. A rigid pre-processing pipeline ensures your analysis remains reproducible, preventing the project from devolving into an undocumented coding experiment. In the execution phase, you will train baseline models like logistic regression and random forest, and evaluate them using classification metrics like ROC-AUC and F1 scores. This chart is a mock SHAP summary plot. Because accuracy metrics do not tell the whole story in healthcare, we use these frameworks to see exactly how variables like sleep quality or well-being push the model's risk classification higher or lower. Beyond generating the plot, you must interpret how these mental health indicators contribute to risk through a public health lens by analyzing individual cases. Every study requires an honest look at limitations, detailed dataset biases, and the ethical concerns of using sensitive mental health data for screening. Consolidate this plan into a 2-page concept note before you begin coding. This document lists your dataset source, variables, research gap, and proposed models. Securing supervisor approval on this concise document provides a logical foundation before you begin writing code.